Good to be home, man. It was great. It was just to have that, man. I haven't been there in almost 4 months, so it was good to yeah get back and just be home for the night, for the next couple of days.
What do you think tonight's going to be like?
I'm sure it's going to be awesome. A lot of people are going to be there and showing their support, so I'm gonna just try and let it just soak it all in as much as I possibly can because it's not gonna last very long. So but I'm looking forward to it.
Have you made sure to do anything since you've been back?
I haven't. Yeah, I went to the Oven pizza, one of my most favorite pizza places. So yeah, I went there and got a nice pizza. That felt great. I don't eat many pizzas now, but I couldn't miss out on that. So, yeah, right when I got home, I did that, and I really haven't had much time to do anything else. My son had a appointment today, so I had to go to that and had to get a couple shots, and that's never fun watching that. So, but yeah, other than that, he was a big guy. He didn't cry, so. That was good to see.
What was it like walking into the park?
It was nice, I guess. It was, good to be back. Still hasn't really set in yet. Being on the visitor side, it's a little weird. I feel like I needed a few more steps, but yeah. So that's just something that you always walk by it, but you don't never notice it. That's kind of how it was, and now you notice it. So that was it's a little different having got used to that clubhouse yet. I was just in there for about 3 minutes, so just came back out and came over here.
Andrew, baseball-wise, does baseball feel like baseball in San Francisco to you? Is that part of the game still feel weird putting on a different uniform, calling somewhere else your home stadium? Is that part of it normal yet for you?
Oh yeah, that's normal. It is what you make it. The game is what you make it. At the end of the day, you got to play the game. Baseball is baseball. You go out there and play it. But I'm comfortable there. I've felt like all the guys on the team, they're great. Bochy's great. The coaching staff, everyone's really good there. And just being out there in San Francisco, the stadium itself it's pretty surreal, man. It's a really nice stadium, ballpark. Fans are always crazy there, always loud. Play the Dodgers, it gets even louder. So it feels normal, feels good, and it feels like another home for me.
Coming back, did you think about all that you've accomplished here?
Not necessarily. I guess I haven't thought that far ahead. Just because I'm still playing the game of baseball. So, I don't look at anything as like a closed book. I just look at it as another chapter. So I'm still making the book right now. So to answer that question, I really haven't focused on that. I haven't really looked back on it. I have thought about it, but not as far as to that depth of what have I accomplished being here. It's just more of, thinking about more of the past and actually thinking about like what I've done. Because when I think of what I've done, I feel like you're saying, oh, it's finished. So I don't look at anything as being finished. Just that's about as far as I've gone.
I'm sure you're focused, obviously, on your own game, but is it from afar, looking at the current Pirates, surprising to you for how well they are performing right now?
I wouldn't say it was. I won't say it's too surprising, just because you had a bunch of young arms there, and they need the experience. And now they're gaining that experience, and they're not playing the game to just be there now. And because they're happy to be there, they're playing it because they're actually trying to win, and that happens with just getting some games under your belt. I remember when I first got called up, it was just all about, man, it's the big leagues. This is awesome, seeing different ballparks, facing different guys and playing against guys that I watched growing up as a kid, and you're just excited about that. But then eventually that kind of wears off, and then you focus on just going out there and trying to produce to win a ball game. And I feel like that's what they're doing. The pitching there, that's what they're doing. And the guys, the offense, I mean, they got some guys, and I mean, they're doing it, man. And it's not surprising because a lot of those guys, we've seen what they can do in years past. So they're out there doing it with a couple acquisitions of the guys that they got, and I think they're doing a really good job. It's awesome. I mean, he's cool. He's pretty much what I expected. Pretty laid back, and he kind of just lets you go out and just do your thing. He lets me be myself, and he keeps the ball in my court, and that's awesome. And I highly respect him, and I mean, he respects me as well. And he just sits back and just watches us play, and I think that's a pretty cool thing. You see him, and when you talk to him, you talk to him. If you don't, then you know where his door is. And I think it's pretty cool though.
And what does it mean to you that so many people identify you as the face of the guy that turned things around back in 2013 and the subsequent years?
I mean, it's cool. I just look at myself as being a part of it. I mean, a lot of people may say I was the guy, but I mean, this is a team sport, and I can't do it on my own. There's a lot of people who are a part of that, and that's the way I look at it. But at the same time, it is humbling to hear that from other people, and I guess that's when they think of me, that's one of the things they think about, and it is something that is a great feeling to hear that, and to be one of the things that I'm remembered by. It's really cool because I mean, when I first got here, we lost a lot, and and then we changed that around, and we started winning some ball games, and so things went in that direction, and to be a part of that is awesome.
How much fun do you have playing here?
I always have fun, and I think we changed that. We changed that here. I think we, as a whole, that's what it was about. It was about us coming together as a whole and having a lot of fun doing it, but not just behind closed doors, doing it on the field. And we showed that you'd always be on one side. We'd be here, we'd be playing, and guys on the other side would always, man, it always just seems like y'all just joking and just having so much fun. It looks like y'all have a lot of fun over there. To hear that from other people was awesome. And so, I mean, it was awesome to, I had a lot of fun here, and that's what we did. Laughed a lot and joked a lot, and went out there and played the game and did it seriously, but did it with a smile on our faces.
What's your biggest regret from your time in Pittsburgh?
My biggest regret, I don't think I really had too many regrets that had to do with me personally. I don't know. I haven't thought of anything that I could say was a regret. Everything happened the way it was supposed to happen, and that's out of your control. So regrets, I don't really have any. But I just try and cherish every bit and look at everything as anything that may have been not what I expected. Just look at it as a challenge and being able to overcome it.
Was it easier going to a new team that had a lot of former teammates on it?
I mean, it made it a little easier just because with Watson going over there, and then seeing Melanson, he's been over here, and then playing with a couple other guys that came over. Hanson came over. Hernandez had been there. We played together. He came up here, and I mean, it made the transition a little easier just because I wasn't the only person in that boat, but not only just teammates, but just other guys. I mean, Longoria came from a franchise in Tampa. He had been there longer than I had, and so he had been in the same boat as me. So that made it easier, just because we were able to talk, empathize with each other over our past, and just be able to move forward together. That helped for sure. And it wasn't just like I was going over to a team where there's a group of guys and a lot of them played together, and there wasn't really any new faces. So yeah, it made the transition a little easier.
In the past, you've talked about friendships you've made as you've gone on in baseball and in the field. Do you still remain in contact with some of your old teammates with the Pirates?
Yeah, definitely. I talked to a lot of the guys. Mostly through text or whatnot. I try and catch games when they're playing. Most times it's when we're on the West Coast and they're on the East, and I try and just check some games out every now and then just to check up on them, see how they're doing, see how they're swinging it or whatever. So yeah, but we keep in touch, a few of us, and yeah, those friendships won't change just because they're friendships. It's more than just being teammates. Got some friends over there. So yeah, I'm just trying to keep in touch as much as we can. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, it's cool. It's boring a little bit, but it's it's fun though. We don't get too many running the ball down the gaps, and making a crazy play. Playing in the right field in San Francisco is a little different just because of, the ballpark itself, the wind, you got all that to deal with. I had a routine line drive come to me and I missed it. I was just like, wow, I don't know if I've ever done that, as far as a routine one. And, you just kind of go at it and go to catch it and it, hits off your glove. So, you have to constantly keep moving your feet there, and that's something that I've learned and still learning. Yeah, not running a whole lot, and not running a whole bunch of balls down. But I guess I can just say the pitching does a good job to where I don't have to run as much. But it has its perks too. Save your legs, try and use them on the base paths, and don't need many days off because your legs are feeling pretty good.
Now that you're back at PNC Park against the Dodgers early on, how important was that for you to do that in a rivalry game with a good team, just kind of as far as having that dramatic moment in front of the fans and everything?
Yeah, that's part of the reason they traded for me. I feel like they believed that they're going to get a player who in big situations can be able to step up and come through, and to be able to do that was awesome. I think just more for the fact that I think I won a lot of fans over after that because it was the rivalry, and to win it in that dramatic of fashion was that was the icing on the cake. So it was a great performance. It was a great night, and it was it was amazing. It took me back to 14 innings here against the Cardinals. That's the last time I thought about it, so, but yeah, it was awesome just to have that, and I'll have that for the rest of my life. So, yeah, it was great, and to be able to do it early in the season was a plus.
Now that you're back at PNC Park, are there any people or places that you'd like to visit while you're here and kind of reminisce, or is that something that you don't worry about this week?
No, I just try to stay at home as much as possible and be in my house as long as I can because I live at the ballpark itself. Oh no, just seeing teammates, seeing the coaches and staff, all that, just seeing the guys over there, and that being it pretty much. Just seeing some friendly faces. But other than that, I'm just gonna try and get myself prepared and ready for the game because I know it's gonna be crazy. I know I'm gonna be spending a little more time on the field, interacting with the fans before the game, and and going from there. So, yeah, I got to just get myself ready and prepare for the game. But I really haven't. Besides seeing some of the guys, that's about it.
When you started talking, Cervelli stuck his head in the door. I don't know if you saw that, but have you had any contact with any of the players since you've been back in town?
Yeah, we've texted a couple guys, but I haven't seen anybody physically. So I'm going to see everybody probably during BP or something like that. I'm not going to pop my head in the clubhouse or anything like that. I want to try and keep it professional because that can still be awkward for whoever's starting today. So so I'm just going to, I'll see him outside on the field or something like that, or if I pass him in the hallway or something, that'd be cool. But, yeah, I'll just try and keep that professional.
But you mentioned being home. I mean, is the long-term plan for you guys to keep a presence here regardless of the next step in your career, or you just want to play it by ear and see what?
Yeah, I've said that a long time ago, that this is my home. So, me and my wife got married and made that decision a long time ago that this is where we're going to live regardless of baseball. So, so this is where our house is, and this is where we're going to stay in the off season and all of that. So, yeah, I mean, yeah, that's not going to change. And, we love it here. My wife's from Du Bois, Pennsylvania, so she still has all her family here, friends. And, I mean, we love our house. So, that's nothing's going to change there.
Did that make you a little awkward after the trade, initially?
No, because I love our house. No, ain't nothing going to change that. That's our home, man. And we moved in that together. When we got married, we stepped foot in that house, and we started our lives together. So, baseball ain't going to change it.
I'm trying to prepare yourself emotionally off what it's going to be like when you step to the plate the first time.
No, I live in the moment. I'm not gonna try and be a guy to be like, oh, don't get too emotional. Whatever emotions I have are the emotions I'm supposed to have, and for a good reason. So, people have asked, how are you gonna feel? What do you think it's gonna be like? I don't know. I won't know until I'm there and until I'm in the moment. So, I got emotional. I saw KB and I got emotional. So, so it's just, one of those things, you can't prepare yourself for that. You just have to just be in the moment, and that's what I'm going to do. When the game starts and whatever happens, that's what happens. If I cry, I cry. Big whoop, you're supposed to. And if I don't, I don't. I'm not too focused on it. I just want to just try and, just soak it in and appreciate it and appreciate the people and the fans around me and all that. So that's what I'm going to do. Appreciate it.